Welcome back to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex and today we're going to be taking a look at my favourite deals coming in under that $10 mark or of course your local currency. Now it's a good week for discounts with a few returning favourites and a whole lot of new lows on some real big releases. So hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here, join our growing family and let's get started. So there's 15 games this week. It's going to be a little quickfire and we're kicking things off with the Friends of Ringo Ishikawa. Developed by a one-man studio, it's a beat-em-up that then blends in the idea of an open world and life simulation as you explore this land as Ringo. He is a gang leader who just happens to be a high school senior too, so you got to balance both lifestyles. A great cast though, great pixel work, and I really like the soundtrack with this one as well. It is well worth a look if you want, like, you think River City with a twist, and then it's matching the all-time low with 40% off. Hardcore platformer fans, they bleed pixels. This is dark stuff. You're an anonymous student at an academy for troubled young ladies and you must battle through your nightmares as a curse is basically transforming you. With multiple difficulty options though, it does give you some flexibility, but it's never an easy game, and the old school pixel graphics with all out violence, it's for sure a unique blend. With tons of levels then to face off against as well as achievements and online leaderboards, there's also a decent chunk here to keep you coming back, and it's rocking 70% off. Celebrating its 1-year launch, and we've got Skyracket. This was a direct indie showcase stealth drop. Really liked this one at release myself, and I actually got an email from the team this week. They were telling me the story of how they nearly had to close down the studio in the run up to launch. They finally got the chance to get the game out though, thanks to that indie direct, and oh yeah, the rest is now history. They found huge support from the Switch community, and good for them. That's an awesome story, and it's great to see the game got the respect it deserves. It is just a great time. It's a blend of shmup gameplay and brick breaker elements, but don't let the colourful visuals deceive you. It is a whole lot harder than it may look. No UK, EU or AU pricing just yet, but it will be added to those eShops shortly. This discount is going everywhere with 87% off. So a quick recap then. A couple of weeks back, Cubic had a huge sale which took some finesse to get access to. You had to basically own another one of their titles, but now these games are on sale to everyone. Not quite as low a price point, but they're pretty damn close, and here we get new all-time lows, or at least traditional new all-time lows for Dex, a great side-scrolling cyberpunk RPG that's challenging as hell at points, but I love the world and the story it tells. You just can't knock it either when you're getting 90% off. And then BIT.TRIP, every entry in this collection's on sale right now for 50% off. That's 6 different games, and they're just fantastic rhythm game entries. My suggestion would be BIT.TRIP Runner, but honestly, look, the whole collection's worth it, and they mix things up with each release. Here's a big one then. 2K Games continue to drop prices, and the Bioshock series is back now, offering 60% off each installment. You just can't complain at Bioshock 1, 2 or Infinite for less than $10, and all 3 of them incredible ports. They look amazing, handheld just works flawlessly, and yeah, the Bioshock series is well loved for a reason. Whether you're underwater or in the sky, this world's just got a hell of a storyline to back it all up. I can't fault any of the installments, so I, of course, have my favourites like everyone. These are absolute must-plays though in my eyes, and if you haven't experienced them yet, now is the time. Point and click fans, give us a Cthulhu Story. I'm still working my way through this one myself, but it might be my favourite adventure experience on the Switch visually of recent memory. The love for the genre is just clear from the moment you load up the game, and yeah, they for sure grew up on LucasArts experiences, that is a guarantee. A suitably weird sense of humour though backs up a world of cultists, talking cats, and just a whole lot of Lovecraftian influence. The cursor on screen takes a little while to get used to on the Switch honestly, but it works more than fine, and yeah, look, genre fans, check it out with 60% off. Race fans, a couple of options for you here then. First, GEAR.CLUB Unlimited. It's back to its all-time low of 80% off. It is better than the sequel they put out honestly, and while it's not perfect, they put a ton of work into this with patches and all sorts just to get it up to scratch, and I just don't think you can go wrong at this price point if you want, something that's somewhere between simulation and arcade, and you're not gonna beat this price. I like the way it looks as well though, and yeah, overall I think it's a decent one to add to the collection. Then MotoGP 2019, last week saw the first big sale on the 2020 installment. This entry is not quite as good, honestly. It's older, so you know, it makes sense, but it's also half the price of that sale. So if you fancied maybe giving, you know, a MotoGP experience a go, this might be a good option at a lower price point. A decent amount of options here though, including multiple classes, 19 tracks. The only thing really missing that isn't, there's no online play, but still like 80% off, that's a sizable chunk of change saved. Alright, so pinball fans, Ascend Studios, they're pretty much the kings of the genre on the Switch, and the Bethesda Pinball Collection, it hits a new all-time low with 66% off, and I like the free table selection with this one that we do get. We get Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and then Doom being a personal favourite. But yeah, look, it's pinball. The base game is free, then you pay for this expansion, and this has got to be in my top 3 table collections alongside the Universal Collection they put out, and then Star Wars Pinball, which was just absolutely amazing. I got into the genre only recently, but it's a seriously addictive gameplay loop of, you know, high score chasing, and I can never seem to now put it down. Also from Ascend Studios, then we have CASTLESTORM. The sequel's on sale too right now, which I actually played before I played this entry. Gotta say though, I enjoyed this one a little bit more, honestly. It just felt like it was optimized that little bit better. Well, famous for their line of pinball games though, this shows they have some talent, and it's a medieval take on, think, tower defense that's mixed them with Angry Birds. With touchscreen controls though, 60 FPS docked and handheld HD rumble, and split screen play, it's a well-crafted port of an old game that was given the love and attention it deserved to, you know, transition to the Switch. It even has motion controls for the camera. Alright, so another one I mentioned last week, but a quick mention again, Tanuki Justice. It's an old school run and gun like platformer, amazing from beginning to end in all its like retro pixel glory, the music, the visuals, the whole package, just, it's absolutely like top quality. I waited like a good while though for it to go on sale in the US and Canada before shouting it out. Last week I gave up waiting, and of course it went on sale a few days later. If you like your old school NES kind of era experiences though, or maybe even SNES in this case, it's just an absolute love letter to them. And while it's on sale in the US and Canada till early April, just know it is expiring everywhere else on March 21st. So our penultimate game of the week then, that is Alders Blood. The tagline on this one on the eShop just gets me every time: a little bit of XCOM, a little bit of Darkest Dungeon, and a whole lot of Bloodborne, and instantly you know if this game is for you. I'm a sucker for that Darkest Dungeon visual style, and this one is a tactical strategy experience with a whole lot else going on. You've got like stealth-based combat, RPG elements, crafting, resource gathering, and management. It takes a little while, honestly, to get used to all the kind of multitasking that's going on, but once you kind of get it, it actually works. It's seriously challenging, and yeah, thanks to that, also hugely rewarding. At 55% off, like, it's a good price with the average completion time here in the region of 20 hours. So our final game of the week then, it's UK, EU and Australia based, but Wallachia Reign of Dracula. It's only the second time we've ever seen this price. I enjoyed this one a whole lot more than I honestly expected going in. Gotta be honest with you here, I did not like the visual style. Something seemed almost wooden about it, and I don't know, the animation just wasn't doing it for me. Once I got into the game though, I actually came around to the design they went for, and it's basically a Castlevania clone. That is, you know, never a bad thing. Think action though, combat, a whole lot of retro style platforming, and you very much get the idea. With 7 levels though, tons of enemies, a story that's set around Vlad the Impaler, and fully recorded voiceovers, this is worth a look, and it even has some replayability here thanks to what are like mini games and then a whole lot of unlockables. This one though, look, it's a nice surprise. As I said, I had low hopes with this one, and that's always a good thing because coming away I was really happy. I can also seriously recommend this to Castlevania fans, and at 33% off, it's a new game, so it's a decent little discount. And that's it, another week down. Will you be adding anything to your collection or keeping a hold of that cash? It is nearly Monster Hunter Rise time, so roll on that release in the coming week. I can't wait to check it out myself, but I imagine a lot of you are going to be telling me in the comments you're saving and waiting on that one. Let me know though in the comments down below if you do grab anything, and with that, a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. If you do want to check that out for yourself, I have linked it in the video description down below. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.